In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. For in him all things were created. Things in heaven and on earth. You are worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power. For you created all things, and by your will they exist and were created.
Tales that you don't even know my name. See, the unbelievable thing about the story I tell is that you don't even know my name.
Well, we're so excited. God has blessed us. Season 2 of Created Outdoors. God's so good. What an awesome year we've had with friends and family. We're heading to Georgia to meet up with good friend Eric Teague for the first hunt of the year.
Look at this road, man. Red. Now we need some red turkey head.
All right, we showed up to camp. It's time to do some scouting. We're looking for scratchings, we're looking for signs, we're looking for feathers. We're gonna set up some blinds, but most importantly, we're about to eat some big old Georgia steaks.
Maybe I can't tell. Kind of, sort of, it looks like. Now that is a turkey trail, not a deer trail. We're gonna walk down this a little bit further and see what we see, but my best clue of what I've seen so far in a short amount of time of being here is this is the spot, this is the intersection, this is where the gobblers are gonna come cruising, looking for a mate. We're gonna be here in the morning.
Well, we get in the woods, we're waiting, we're watching creation wake up. And these turkeys, I don't think they like my northern drawl. They're not talking at all.
Birds ain't over here. They ain't talking. Ain't heard nothing. So we're going on the other side of the road, probably 700 yards. I think maybe we'll hear one over there. So a lot of tracks over there. Good thing is, these Georgia pines make it easy to move. All right, let's cruise to the other spot. So we got fresh scratchings. Got a bunch here, a bunch there. This is tomorrow morning spot for sure.
Take a look back to your very first hunt. Who were you with? What were you hunting? In that very moment, your legacy began. Whether you know it or not, we all have a ritual. It may be that lucky pair of socks, or your routine before or after a hunt. Whatever it may be, trust that hunt to the most shootable and efficient bow ever developed. Honor the ritual.
We have been trusted on some of the most significant projects around the world. And now we're in the heartland of America. Our products dig deep, lift more, and stack higher with a warranty you can depend on. Soon you'll realize that trusting our quality changes the world. Check our website for a dealer near you. This segment of Created Outdoors is brought to you by Lynch Mob Game Calls. Call your own game.
All right, day 2 in Georgia. We're going back after them. Hopefully the birds are talking. Eric Teague, I think he might have them hiding in his cabin. We're going to check that as the last result. Let's roll.
All right, it's the second morning. The birds are whistling, the bears are roaring. No, I'm just kidding. It was Colton. How obnoxious to fall asleep while you're turkey hunting. I mean, it's only the best place in the world that God created to take a nap.
We're gonna pack up. I'm gonna walk down this ridge and see if we can strike him back up. But we got a new game plan. We're not gonna tell you what it is till we're in the truck. Sure got windy. Let's get out of here. All right, we're southbound. I don't know how much further south in Georgia we can go, but that's where we're chasing birds at. We're heading down to Tifton to meet up with good buddy Brad from Mineral Miser, and then we're gonna hunt with Chancey in the morning, and he's got an awesome story. We're excited to share what God's doing through him, so come along with us. Well, we just pulled into this new place we're hunting, and Don and Brad hooked us up, and we walk out in this field. We already see a gobbler cutting across this field. We know it's going to be good. Well, the sun's starting to set, and we know these turkeys are heading to roost. We watch this bird cut across the field. We decide we're gonna grab the turkey fan. We got it with us, and we're gonna get up. We're gonna try to make something happen. So we're sneaking down the field edge. I got Colton behind me. I tell Colton, I said, give a couple of yelps on that mouth call, make it sound sweet. We're walking down the edge of the field. I got the gun, I got the turkey fan, and we're waiting for a response. And wouldn't you know it, guess what happened?
while Colton gives a couple soft yelps on the lynch mob as we're walking down to the edge of this field. And this bird sounds off. Sounds like there's two of them, so we jump down behind this down tree and we can hear the leaves. They're on their way.
Where's he at? See him? I'm on him.
Well, they show up. The gig is up. They're on to us. When they putt, the gun goes off. I'm just saying. It's time to drop the hammer.
Oh, dude, that was awesome. We walked up on him.
You see the rope on that?
Yes. Give me some of that, brother.
We walked up and stalked him and shot him in the face. Oh my gosh, dude. How awesome is that? Let's go get it. Look at this baby. Look at that baby. My first Georgia longbeard. Totally awesome. God is so good. The first bird I ever spot and stalked. Colton was running the mouth call flawlessly behind me. I couldn't carry the umbrella of the gun. So cool, man. So cool. Look at that baby. Beautiful bird. I love it when a plan comes together. I love it when somebody talks me into it.
Go shoot the quietest crossbow ever developed. The A4 from Chemex Crossbows.
Preparation is vital to success. But what is vital to preparation? For hunters, it's a high-quality, reliable target. That is why, at Walk on Archery, we have spent hours honing our skills and perfecting our methods to help you perfect yours. From practice to play, and from play to the stand, we're with you every step of the way. Because we don't just make targets, we make better hunters.
This segment of Created Outdoors is brought to you by Renewable Lubricants.
All right, so we're going to another property, going to hunt with a good friend of Brad's, Chance Veazey. And what an awesome guy, what an inspirational man. He's blessed us to go hunt some of the most beautiful property that I've ever laid my eyes on.
We got one hammering. Behind us, he's been hammering almost an hour. We're making a move, doing what we did yesterday. We're gonna go chase him. Let's go meet up with it, guys. Go get him. Still gobbling.
Well, Chancey and his uncle had to leave, so we did some calling, and man, wouldn't you know it, bird gobbles exactly where we hunted in the morning, so we're heading back that direction to get set up.
Yep. Right there. Dove, right there.
Well, the first time shows up, he is in the decoys, but guess what? He looks over, he's a little nervous. Grandpa just showed up. Well, boom, down goes the turkey. I can't wait to run up and get my hands on him. As I'm looking down at him, I see his feet. He looks really funny. Who would have thought we shot Freddy Krueger?
With a tow like that, we're gonna have to call a tow truck to get him out of here. Let's go to the truck.
Oh, man.
For sales and service you can count on, choose Vanderveer Chevrolet.
This segment of Created Outdoors is brought to you by Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bows.
Well, we're so excited, and Chancey was so excited too, so we took the turkey back to his office so he could enjoy the harvest with us.
Oh, dude.
Dude, look at that brush. That is a toad. that's gonna be at least 11,
Check this out.
11, 12 inches. Oh my gosh.
I know.
This, when I was going back to the truck this morning, I saw on that road there was a monster claw.
him.
And I said, that is a huge bird.
A half hour before.
Look at that.
Well, we were blessed to hunt with some really good friends down in Georgia, the Teague family, the Dunn family, and the Veazey family. We want to share the story of Chance Veazey because he has a story to tell.
Well, Chancey, man, it was totally awesome to be able to come down and hunt with you. And Chancey's a State Farm Insurance salesman or
agent.
Broker, agent, that's the word. And he blessed us enough to come down and hunt with him. More importantly, we want Chancey to be able to share his story with you about where he's at, what he's been through. So tell us a little bit about Chancey.
So my name's Chance Veazey, and I was fortunate enough to meet Doug through a good friend of mine from Tifton, Brad Dunn, and he kind of put us together. And but you know, I've gotten to know Doug here recently, and obviously had this turkey hunt together. But I want to tell you a little bit about my story, kind of how I grew up and whatnot. But I'm originally from Tifton, Georgia, and I went and played baseball at the University of Georgia on scholarship back in '09, which was my freshman year. And about 2 months into my freshman year, I've gotten a bad car accident. It was right after fall ball. We just finished up our fall ball season, and you know, we're getting ready for the spring. And it was like October 28th, and I was leaving a study session from class up there at Georgia, and psychology was kicking my butt, and I had to go get some extra help from somebody, and was headed home that evening. And the car just pulled out in front of me, and I was riding my little moped scooter that a lot of athletes have up there, and just ended up crashing into the car, and you know, I'm paralyzed from the waist down, and so I have been for about 7 years now. And but after my accident, I went to Shepherd Center for a couple months, and that's where I did my did my rehabilitation to learn how to live life, you know, differently from a wheelchair. And so I was there for a couple months, and then went home for about the next 6 months, and then I started back the UGA in 2010. And I still stayed with the baseball team, and you know, obviously I had a different role this time around, but was there for support, and those were like my best friends. So it's like being in my own fraternity. And that was in 2010, and then I graduated in 2013 with a risk management and insurance degree from Georgia. And I worked in Athens for a State Farm agent up there for about a year, and then moved down to South Georgia, basically back home, and opened up an agency back in January of 2017.
Wow, that's awesome.
But the outdoors has always been a big part of my life. It was always baseball and hunting.
Yeah.
So, and you know, baseball, with it being in spring, I always had plenty of time to do it in the fall. So, you know, kind of when baseball got taken away, it just kind of gave me more time to do more things that I love.
Yeah.
So, just an avid outdoorsman, and it's what keeps me going. It's what I love to do. It's my passion. It's my sanctuary. You know, it's where I feel the most close to God.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've had a couple experiences where I killed a big deer on video, and an elk with my bow, and these are all post-accident. And I was telling Doug yesterday evening when we were eating supper together, that was the closest I'd ever felt to God in my entire life. So just still fortunate to be able to have the ability and the mobility to be able to enjoy the outdoors like we did here today. So I'm still blessed, and God has still blessed me with a wonderful life, friends and family, and I'm just happy to be here. And so
I think it was awesome, you know, seeing you and your passion for hunting enough that even though you're in a chair, to see you wheeling through the woods and going all, you know, what an awesome chair. What a great program that is. And it's humbling to say, you know, I heard you say you're paralyzed. You're not paralyzed because you're still on the move and God's still using you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you, brother.
Yep, I enjoyed it.
Awesome, man.
Well, 2 birds down in Georgia. What an awesome week. We're headed back home to Ohio. We have another story next week to tell.
Nobody Nobody even knows my name.